Hey everyone, so excited to finally be out on another trip, and I've got another new friend with me, Jim from Lost Again with Jim.
Howdy.
It is a pleasure to be out on the trail with him because not only did he drive a really long distance to get here, he's also really good company, which is nice. So we drove to the trailhead for Little Death Hollow last night and slept near the trailhead, and now we are headed down Little Death Hollow. We're going to end up at Horse Canyon and then make our way around to Wolverine Canyon to do a loop that, I don't know, roughly 20 miles, and it's going to be awesome. So we're already, I don't know, maybe a mile, something like that.
Yeah, probably.
Not too far. We're kind of taking a casual stroll, but it's been a great morning so far, and excited to see some narrow canyon today. So I'm dealing with something kind of interesting on this trip that I've never had to deal with before. In the last few weeks, I added contacts to my routine, I guess, as opposed to wearing glasses themselves. And last night, I could not for the life of me get one of the contacts out of my left eye. And I have the sunglasses on because it's helping with how my eye's feeling this morning. But it was just rubbing so hard, and like I don't know if the contact is still in there or if it is falling out. I cannot find it. I looked all over inside my tent in my car, and my eye is like super irritated. It's very red this morning, and I don't know. We'll see. Hopefully throughout the trip it doesn't get worse and it actually starts to feel better. But like it's very red, like down on the bottom side of my eye, and that's not something that's super fun because I wanted to be able to wear my contacts, because normally my eyeglasses or my sunglasses are prescription, and they're not prescription, and I am missing that. So it would have been nice to be able to put my contacts in, but I just wasn't gonna brave that with how things went last night. And so we'll see what happens, but unique things that can distract you from what's happening on the trail, and that's my distraction for this trip. So not only is it Jim's first time in the desert, in Utah specifically, but it's also my first time doing this specific route. So I have never seen Little Death Hollow before, and I'm stoked. It's gonna be really exciting. Can you also see how red my eye is? It's hurting. Not enough to like be overly concerned, but the canyon is starting to narrow up and good stuff is coming. I can feel it. Well, I'm really excited about this. Around this corner here is gonna be essentially the start, from looking at the map and such, of the narrowest section of Little Death Hollow, hoping that we do not have to wade through any water because it's pretty chilly. Like the breeze coming up the canyon, I'm gonna put a jacket on. We'll see what happens, but this is awesome. It's been a beautiful day, and I love being in the desert, especially when there's no other people around right now. Have the whole thing to ourselves. Not going to complain about that. Well, I got to say, it's pretty nice to be out on this trip right now. It is like so therapeutic from how the last like 6 weeks have been with work and everything, and man, this is great. Having a fantastic time, and it's getting narrow up here. This is called being in your happy place. What do you think?
This is amazing. I run every single turn. Every time I turn around something, I'm like, oh wow, look at that. Oh wow, look at that.
This is so great.
This is amazing.
I think part of what I'm enjoying the most right now is the fact that it's quiet. Like there's not a lot of sound, there's not airplane noise, there's no people, there's no like birds, which I like birds when they make noise, but like there's something about the way that the canyon feels when it's like so narrow, so deep and quiet, and I needed this a lot, more so than I told myself I needed to be on a backpacking trip. This is incredible. Just never ending of tight slot canyons. You good?
Yep, I'm just trying to get some balance. I think I got it.
Yep. I'll get out of the way.
Find some footing here. Wow. It's harder than it looks. All right.
Nice.
It wasn't super graceful.
Here we go. Wasn't too bad.
Yeah. All right.
Nicely done.
Not too bad.
Jim decided to get wet.
It was the wrong decision. This is really cold.
The obstacles over the last mile just never stop, such as this.
I made it.
We've made it out of Little Death Hollow and we're now in Horse Canyon. And the beautiful thing that happened is there is running water in Horse Canyon, which, with how dry it has been in Utah this whole season, I am shocked that there is water running, and it's so close to camp. That is a huge breath of fresh air, because it would be another 5 miles round trip for us to go get water down at the Escalante River, which I wasn't looking forward to doing. I know that Jim really wants to see the Escalante River, which I don't blame him. It's a beautiful place, beautiful river. But yeah, we've got a nice camp set up right here, and it's gonna be a good evening. Well, evening is upon us, and dinner time. You guessed it. We got a little bit of peak refuel, beef stroganoff. Pretty much don't ever go on a trip without the beef stroganoff. I absolutely love that meal. It's so good. but beautiful evening, and you can see this campsite is fantastic. A little bit of fall foliage colors to greet us for this early November backpacking trip, and a beautiful day of hiking. It was so nice to go through all those narrows, and yeah, I'm not sad about it. So time to eat some dinner, and we might just catch you in the morning, but we'll see. Hey, good morning from Horse Canyon and beautiful campsite. Got the sun coming up behind us. It's been a great night of sleep, and just getting all ready to hit the trail. We have decided to go ahead and hike the 9 miles back to the car today because I want to show Jim a little bit more of the area than we would get by just hanging out in Wolverine Canyon. So I'm going to show Jim a little bit of Capitol Reef, and we're going to have a good day. It's beautiful, and temperatures have been very manageable. I'm not going to complain about it. So we'll get on the trail here in a little bit, and we'll see you there. We are out of camp, walking up Horse Canyon. I don't know, it's maybe a mile and a half, I'm guessing, to Wolverine, and then we'll jump up Wolverine. We'll do about 9.5 miles today back to the car, and it's a beautiful morning. It's cold. I don't know, it's maybe low 40s.
Something like that, yeah.
It's chilly, but
I think it's still warmer than it was yesterday.
yes, warmer than it was yesterday, and just having a great time. So nice to be out on the trail. We're done with the road walking for the day because we have made it to Wolverine Canyon, and puts us maybe 8 miles. I don't even know how far we've walked. It doesn't matter.
Paying attention.
It doesn't even matter. Here we go. Wolverine Canyon. Making our way through the narrow section of Wolverine. It's beautiful, as you can see. And we had a nice little snack break. Been maybe an hour and a half of walking at this point and just making good time. So it's gonna make for getting out of here at a decent time so that we can get in the car, go for a beautiful drive, find a beautiful place to camp from the car. And I can't wait because we're in my favorite part of Utah, and I got to share it with Jim. And that's as important to me as being out here myself, is sharing these places with cool people. So excited to be out doing this. It's so pretty. The color is amazing right now. We've passed our first junction that would normally take you left and exit out to the Wolverine Trailhead, but we're making the full loop back to where we started from at the Little Death Hollow Trailhead. So we're sticking right, and I would dare to say that we are at least halfway, or a little bit more than halfway done with today. And the beautiful aspect of this has not changed at all. I'm gonna put Jim on the spot. What are your parting words for the day as we finish up the day here?
I absolutely have to come back and explore more of these canyons. This has been an amazing trip. I'm absolutely so grateful to have just been able to see this. Amazing.
Touche. I agree. I don't know, we're about 2 miles from the car at this point. And the nice thing about being out in the desert, as we are right now, is the sun is so much further over in the sky that it's a lot easier to find shade, and just that, like, oh, the sun's so hot, even though it's maybe 60 degrees out here right now. That desert like heat exposure is real, and it's a bit warm in the sun, so it's nice to be able to have the shade. And this route is beautiful. Can't believe it has taken me so long to do these 2 canyons, but I'm really glad it happened. And nice to have good company to share it with. That's as important as being in a beautiful place. So I appreciate Jim and his company out on this trip. Well, friends, that is going to do it for this loop of Little Death Hollow and Wolverine. Amazing. I just can't get over how beautiful it was, and how simple it actually was for the amount of miles that we did. Just shy of 20 miles for the trip in 2 days, which, sweet, that's a good time. And thanks to Jim again for the company. We're gonna call it here, and we're gonna enjoy Capitol Reef National Park for the rest of the day and just go explore for today and tomorrow. So thanks for watching, guys. You know what to do, and we'll catch you on the next one. See you later. I think that's the first Escalante area trip that I've been and not seen any cows, or at least not seen cows for a long time. So that's a win. Cows are cool, but I prefer to not see them when hiking. Go cows! Woo!